Hello everybody and welcome back to Faeria. We're here to play another game, and I think we should use the same deck as last time, called Lots of Trees, accurately named, and I don't think there's really anything more to say. Let's get to a game. Okay, so we're up against Sataniel. Okay. So what have we got? We've got a seedling and a steam forge, and we're going second, and I think it's excellent. Good starting hand. Cheap card to play on the first turn. Could potentially play the steam forge if I wanted to. Both of these are actually quite nice as first play. One advantage of playing the seedling first is that it's a creature, and with the Explorer card I can actually play it next to the Faeria, which means that I can gather Faeria next turn. So we'll do just that. I'll play the seedling here, and we'll be ready to gather some Faeria from that Faeria well already next turn. Seems like Sataniel. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your nickname wrong. Sorry for that. I'm not meaning to insult you, but seems like Sataniel is also playing a forest deck. 2 boars on the second turn. Okay. Okay, so I think I will start to make my way up towards this side. I don't want anything to do with this, so I'll keep to my side here. And I'll play the steam forge here. That'll bring me down to 3 Faeria, and I can play 2 lands here. The next turn I can play another forest tile here and play the Verduran Force if nothing better pops up in the next card draw. But let's see what my opponent wants to do now. So my opponent is playing yet another board. That should be the last one, since you can only have 3 of each card in your deck. But that's a lot of boars. I think it's fine though. The Verduran Force is quite a nasty creature, so I'll play that there. And now, of course, the question is whether or not I should move up with my seedling. I'll move up and see what my opponent does on the next turn. I always have the possibility of moving the seedling back and grab the Faeria well here if I don't think that it's appropriate to advance, but I have the opportunity also to continue onwards here, to try to reach his orb here and perhaps even deal some damage. But it's a few turns away before I can get there. So I have 2 Tiki Caretakers. I think this seems like a really great ability to give a creature a +3/+3 buff. Of course, the Tiki Caretaker in itself isn't a very strong creature, but it's a really great buff, I think, for Faeria. So, seems like we have a race. I think that I'm slightly ahead in that race, so I might have an opportunity here. if my opponent decides to continue down, but okay. Place a taunt creature here and structure there, okay. I do think that the structure will block the boars from coming through, so then Sartaniel will need to make an alternate route here, and I don't think that I mean the structure can't harvest the Faeria. I know I talked about this in the last video, and even so I didn't really pay attention, but I will now. But I don't think that the structure will harvest the Faeria. Okay, so should I play? I think I should actually play this here, which, or perhaps actually I should play it. If I play it there and move the Verdurian Force there, then the Grove Guardian could be buffed and come and fight me. I don't want that. I want the opportunity to, if the Grove Guardian gets buffed on the next turn, I want the opportunity to buff the Verdurian Force in turn. And Wood Elemental, no, I think that I will actually save up the creatures. If I play any of these 3 creatures now, I have to play it there, so it's very far away, since it seems like we're in for a maybe not a rush game, but somewhat of a rush game. I would really want to play my creatures as close to his orb as possible, and it seems like I will in fact have the opportunity to play a land there, so that's nice. It's nice to have a land next to the opponent's orb, since that means that I can actually summon creatures right next to the opponent's orb. And a Bone Collector gets played. I've never seen this. Whenever an adjacent creature dies, gain +1/+1. Okay, so it seems like this creature could potentially be quite strong, but right now, not so much. Okay. I actually think that the best play here would be to play 2 lands here, which means that I can move both the Verdurian Force and the Seedling here. I could actually play 2 Tiki Caretakers, since I have 9 Faeria. I could buff each of these creatures, which means that I can both get rid of the Guardian with my Seedling and still leave the Seedling alive, and I can also deal a considerable blow to the opponent's orb. So, nothing more I can do. Let's call that a turn. Of course, earlier when I spoke about playing a creature here, it might actually have been beneficial to play a creature here. Didn't think about it, but playing perhaps a Tiki Caretaker there would allow me to harvest the Faeria from this well, so that would of course have been beneficial. But let's see if there's anything to be done about my Verdurian Force. Oh, a taunt creature, of course. That's one way, and it will mean that the Bone Collector gets buffed further. And if I'm lucky, the Steamforge will buff one of my Tiki Caretakers, but it doesn't. If it had actually buffed one of my Tiki Caretakers, I could have taken the Wood Elemental out. With these 2 now, it doesn't actually matter because I drew into Elderwood Embrace, so that's great. That gives me the opportunity to buff my Tiki Caretaker. I can move it here, I can get rid of the taunt creature, and I can go for the orb. So, nice game, thank you, Sataniel. And thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye!